మీ చాయ్ మా సాయ్ కలిస్తే భలే హాయ్.
Welcome everyone to our Mahabharata series, Mahabharata Relevance in Modern Day Life, episode 4. Where do you have the bow in your hand?
Oh, I wanted to make a point that when you can effectively communicate with the word, why to use sword?
Well, that's a good segue actually. In this session, we are going to cover that part. You all must have heard every dog has its day. In Mahabharata, it goes like this: every dog has its say. So along on those lines, today's session we are going to cover 7 topics. What are those? The rights for everyone, the leadership accountability, how powers get misused, parent-child interaction, and seeking external help when you really need it, and restoring organization culture or family issues. So those are the different 7 items we are going to cover today in this session.
Yeah, Mahabharata starts with Adi Parvam. Very beginning of Adi Parvam, this beautiful story is narrated. Janamejaya, who is the great grandson of Arjuna, is performing a Dirgha Satra Yagam. In colloquial terms, you can say that it's a continuous improvement plan he's implementing. His empire is flourishing. He wanted to make sure that that flourishment continues. While he is performing the yaga, his 3 brothers, Shrutasena, Ugrasena and Bhimasena, are taking care of all the facilities around and all the arrangements. While they are taking care, they see a puppy entering the premise. The puppy has a name, Sarameya. The puppy just is wandering around. Instead of shooing the puppy away, after all, puppy, right? Like it's not like a big wild bulldog. Puppy. Shrutasena, Ugrasena and Bhimasena, they say that, okay, let me use the stick that they have and they beat the dog up. Caught by surprise, not able to escape, the dog really takes a harsh beating and cries and goes home crying. Sarameya, the dog's mom, is Sarama. She looks at crying son and then pacifies him and says, what happened? No, I was beaten up by this Janamejaya's brothers when they were performing yagam. What were you doing there? I was just wandering around. Did you do anything mischievous? No, Mom, I didn't do anything. I didn't cross any boundary. I didn't even go to the Yagashala where dogs were not supposed to enter. I know the rules. The dog is emotional. Mom really saw that emotion and said that, how can this happen? Let me go and settle this with Janamejaya Maharaja. She enters the premise and says that, Maharaja, you were supposed to be protecting those weak and voiceless, whereas you and your brothers, he is holding him accountable. You and your brothers beat my child up for no reason. I am cursing you. You will be in deep trouble when the time comes, and the time of the need, you will not have certain abilities that you are supposed to have. And she walks away. Janamejaya is still in a shock. He didn't think that something like this should happen or will ever happen. He kind of debriefs this with his brothers, but he is not happy. He understood that his brothers, just under very purview of his authority, behave like this. So he goes out and brings an external counsel, guidance or consultant, Soma Shravasa, who is the son of Shruta Shravasa, known for restoring this kind of whether in modern day life you call it like customer focus or people first kind of a culture across his entire administration, and he executes the plan.
Yeah, See, that's an excellent story. Mahabharata starts with dog. So, if you see in parallelly in modern day how it's relevant, think of an ordinary looking child entering a shop in a shopping mall, and when mom is outside doing something else, and the people in the shop kind of thinks that this kid is doing something wrong, and they just accuse of shoplifting. And the kid cries, the mom's enter the shop, and the mom asks the kid, did you do any mischievous thing? And the kid said, no, I didn't do anything. Actually, I was just going around. And then the mom gets angry, and she shoots us off for defamation. And the leader of the organization, the CEO, once he realizes that the kid was not doing anything and he was accused for no reason, he kind of goes into social media, apologizes, and also, just not enough, as a leader you're accountable not only to the one shop, but he can go around and see what's really happening, right?
Yeah,
So
maybe we can say that, hey, he went like a undercover boss,
yeah.
and then looked around his shops, and he found that as a systemic behavior.
Yeah.
Now, what is he going to do?
Yeah, I guess he can restore the organization culture, right? Like not in one shop. I think it's a good lesson for the CEO. So this is kind of an example which shows that, hey, don't just do a band-aid solution. Try to see what really happened, right? And see, is it something it's already there in other shops or in other areas of organization, and when you relate to your personal life, is it something kind of cascading to the different age people, right? So these are a few kind of cues. This Mahabharata story, I know we were able to summarize very short. It provides you an opportunity to say that how we need to give the rights preference and importance for rights for everyone, whether it's human beings or animals. And what an excellent way of starting with an animal, a story. And how leaders, you as a leader, it's just not success. You also need to go deep under and see if all the culture, everyone or most of the people has the same values of your organization.
Yeah, I mean, I think you started with that, right? Like the lessons learned. Voice of the customer in the modern day life is the voice of the common man, was not really driving the organization or the administration, right? Rights for everyone in Sanatana Dharma and in Mahabharata. Animals, humans, birds, mountains, plants, yeah,
mountains.
everybody is able to voice their concern, opinion, and then they are heard and acted on. That's why like these kings or emperors are known for their dharma, and then they are taken accountability, right? Like they just didn't, you used an excellent metaphor, right? They didn't put the band-aid solution. They said that no, I wanted to change this culture across the organization, across my administration, and they took full accountability. They didn't blame it on and fire their frontline staff saying that, hey, I'm over with it. Yeah. And even parent-child interaction, I like that in Sarma Saramayas, the mom didn't jump into the conclusion because children by nature sometimes could be mischievous, and she asked.
Yeah, she kind of evaluated and confirmed that whether what's the case.
And she connected to the emotion of the child, and as a mom, I'm sure that you can relate to that, right?
Yeah. And coming to the last 2 points, seeking external help, whether in Janamejaya case where Shravasa came, or even in this story which we parallelly did, an external help consultant where to fix the employee culture, to restore, to bring in the goodness, and not just to improve the image, right? Just for the sake of the external look.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure the values are being adhered by everyone. And that's when you can really have a successful organization or successful country, community, or even a family for that matter, right? So I hope that was helpful in today's session. We'll look we'll come again in the next session with another great series of Mahabharata and how it will relate to a modern day life. Thank you very much.